to show you how wicked he was, he enticed a mistress to copulate with a he-goat. Crowley was connected to the Masonic practices. During his research into the occult, by accident he came across the royal secret of the Masonry. As a Mason, they are promised immortality. But what most lodge members don't know, 1 out of every 100 knows the royal secret. So here it is, and you're about ready to find out. Immortality comes through sex magic of a little child. Crowley bragged he vampirized 150 white boys in 1 year. Crowley was genius. He could play 8 games of chess at once, blindfolded. Because of his chess abilities, he was dubbed the Wizard of Oz. Ain't that something? Crowley changed his first name to Aleister Crowley so that it would add up to, in the English, to 666. 2 sick puppies that came in contact with the beast. First was Ron Hubbard, the founder of Scientology. Ron, in the Journal of Scientology, issue 18, 1952, said, the only way you can control people is to lie to them. Ron called Aleister Crowley his very good friend.
The magic cults of the 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th centuries in the Middle East were fascinating. The only modern work that has anything to do with them is Trifle Wild in Spots, but it's fascinating work in itself, and that's work written by Aleister Crowley, the late Aleister Crowley, my very good friend. And The Beast, The Mark of the Beast, 666.
The next of many more was Timothy Leary. Leary believed he was handed the mantle.
I've been an admirer of Aleister Crowley. I think that I'm carrying on much of the work that he started over 100 years ago, and I think the 60s themselves. You know, Crowley said, finding your own self and do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law, under love. It was a very powerful statement. I'm sorry he isn't around now to appreciate the glories that he started.
Now Leary dubbed Lennon and the other 3 as the 4 evangelists. In fact, the group wrote a song called Come Together as a campaign song for Leary, which was turn on, tune in, drop out, later on to take over. And you're going to hear that in the Doors music later on. But did you catch what Leary said at the end of his statement? It's too bad Crowley isn't here to see the glories he started. Yeah, just only 400,000 children molested and or killed in America, half that many in England. And then we have groups that are out here even today promoting Crowleyism. The Beatles with Sgt. Pepper's on their album honored Crowley. David Bowie referred to AC in a song called Quicksand. The album was called The Man Who Sold the World. Ozzy Osbourne called Crowley a phenomenon of his time. That came out of the Cyrus magazine, August 26, 1980, page 26. Ozzy sang a song called Mr. Crowley. The lyrics, you fooled all the people with magic, and you waited on Satan's call. Mr. Crowley, won't you ride my white horse? I'm going to leave you decide what he meant by that. But what takes the cake was on May the 4th, 2002, when Ozzy was given an invite to the White House for dinner. The President, George Bush, said, Ozzy, Mom loves your stuff. And I'm sure some of you remember Eazy-E before he died of AIDS. Listen as he sings his Leferi music.
You can tell that I'm sick by the 666. I hear voices in my head for what reason?
As I promised you, the one who says it best, Jim Morrison, you can hear the ideology of Leary coming out in his music when he sings, we rock the world and we won it.
We rock the world and we won it! We rock the world and we won it!
Not just the Doors, but hundreds of band members are Leferian-minded, like Kurt Cobain, who said, I will get stoned and worship Satan. John Lennon in McGraw-Hill, 1984, page 256, said, I sold my soul to the devil. U2, the lead singer Bono, is another one who's connected to Beelzebub, the Lord of the Flies. connecting the dots isn't always easy, but MTV has made it easier. In 1992, Bill Clinton used MTV for the first time to help rock the vote. MTV has signified change in the pop culture around us because it has helped shape the world around us. And Clinton has stayed with MTV even up to recent, with Clinton's global initiative and MTV 2007 live at the Apollo Theater. And of course, guess who was there? No more than the promoter of the Lord of the Flies, Bono. U2 isn't an isolated case that uses Beelzebub. Another group, Queen, the lead singer Mercury, who died in 1991 with AIDS. One of Queen's most famous hits was the Bohemian Rhapsody. What's amazing about this is that this song came out on Halloween, October 31st, 1975. The Rolling Stones, 2008, ranked him 18 of 100 of the greatest singers. Madonna, in the year 2003 at an MTV Musical Award, she was kissing on Spears and Aguilera. In recent years, Britney Spears has not only shown signs of mental breakdown, her song, If You Seek Amy, is getting major opposition. The lyrics will speak for itself. These artists of the British invasion are being used, whether they know it or not, by the Commonwealth and by Lucifer to bring America back to England and to socialism. Lennon, Plant, Jaggers, Mercury, Bowie, Van Morrison, Bono, Springfield, Elton John, Ron Stewart, and hordes of others. You may not know this, but going back to Bill Clinton, he was the first Rhodes Scholar. Cecil John Rhodes was wealthy and a socialist. He was connected to England, and when he died, he left a lot of money to Rhodes scholarships through Oxford University. Bill Clinton received one of these Rhodes scholarships, became the first Rhodes Scholar President of the United States, which they taught how to bring America back to England under socialism. We're going to go back a couple years now to the Plasmatics. Wendy O was the lead singer. They originated at Yale University. She left a message on one of her albums, but to get at it, you had to peel back the middle of it to where the needle would keep going, and this is what you heard.
Did
you understand what she said there? But let's backward match that piece, and then let's see what she says.
Consensus programming is dangerous to your health. The brainwashed do not know they are brainwashed.
Wendy O's statement, the brainwashed do not know they're being brainwashed. I find that statement from her quite interesting because she's into Leferian music. The group Styx wrote a song called Snowblind. When you backward match that song, it says, "Oh Satan, move in our voices." So literally, the music that's being listened to by our youth 24/7 is being brainwashed by Leferian lyrics. The Bible states deceived and being deceived. Romans chapter 12, 1, 2, and 3 cuts to the chase, and it says, "Be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." Romans tells you where the book was written, to whom it was written, and Rome was steeped into the occult. The next person you're going to hear, Clint Byers, with what's called the Devil Walk, he will explain to you what drugs and music did to him.
The four of us had bought some LSD, and we had this plan. We were going to go to a movie, drive back home, and just ride out the rest of the trip at the house. On the way to the movie in the car is when this nightmare began. We were listening to a song. The song was this very droning song. It's a very hypnotic song. Even if you weren't on drugs, this song would kind of lull you into this dreamlike state. But this song only served to help me cross over. And when I say cross over, that's exactly what I did. Somehow, through a drug-induced state, I was able to cross over, and my soul, my mind, my emotions, my physical hearing, Everything within me was open to the demonic realm.
The greatest album and the greatest single ever sang gives us a lot of information on the occult. The Eagles, with their album, Hotel California, their song tells us volumes of what's coming down. And Led Zeppelin, with their song, Stairway to Heaven, also gives us total insight to what's just around the corner. Let me play you a piece from Hotel California, and then we're going to backward mask it and see what that group is saying.
Stood in the doorway, heard the mission bell. I was thinking to myself, this could be heaven and this could be hell. Then she lit up a candle.
Is Hotel California more than just a pretty song? The lyrics say, she lit up a candle. We haven't had that spirit here since 1969, but they just couldn't kill the beast. The occult is fused around fire. She lit up a candle was evident that this was an occultic song. And we haven't had that spirit here since 1969 was the very year Anton LaVey had his Satanic Bible put into print. In the book of Revelations, it states that there will be an assassination attempt upon the Antichrist's life. In the song lyrics of Hotel California, it says, they just couldn't kill the beast. And as the song ends, the night watchman says, you can never leave this place. So in the Eagles' lyrics, a songwriter's imagination says this is a place of hell. Let's take a moment here now to backward mask a segment of Hotel California. So found in the Eagles' lyrics going backwards, you hear them state, Satan will organize his own religion. In Isaiah chapter 14, verse 13, you find the 5 things that Satan is going to try to accomplish. Now remember, in the occult numerology, the 5th means death. First one, I will ascend into heaven. Second one, I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. Third one, I will sit also upon the mount of the congregations in the sides of the north. Fourth one, I will ascend above the height of the clouds. Fifth one, and I will be like the Most High. The one that caught my attention was the third one, which states, I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. Is it just a coincidence that the fastest growing religion in North America just happens to be witchcraft? And on the United States dollar bill is the all-seeing eye of Horus. The next piece is done by Led Zeppelin, Stairway to Heaven.
And she's buying a stairway on the wall, but she wants to be sure, 'cause you